This screencast will be going through the first Mishnah on the second parak. If you look at this daf, this is daf Mem Aleph, Amud Aleph. You have the end of parak Rishon. Here it says Hadron Alacha Isha Niknes, the end of parak Rishon, and then the beginning of parak Sheni, starting with Ha'ish Mikadesh. That would be the first word on the second paragraph. Basically, this screencast will go through the different cases in the Mishnah, and we will be learning each case, we'll be understanding how each case works, and we will be going through different necessary terms and concepts. Second case in the Mishnah, Ha'isha miskadeshes ba uvishlucha. A woman could become mikudeshet herself or through her shaliach. Third part of the Mishnah, Ha'ish mikadesh es bito keshihinara bo uvishlucho. A man could be mikadesh his daughter, could give his daughter over for kiddushin keshihinara, when she is a nara, when she is between the ages of 12 and 12 and a half, bo uvishlucho, either himself or with his shaliach. Just take a look at Rashi Tzadikim, that the Mishnah is talking about a man being mekadesh his daughter when she is a nara. Follow the arrow. The arrow has just a little bit in Rashi. Shehi na'ara b'kol shekain. B'kol shekain is like kal v'chomer. Certainly k'shi katana. Certainly a woman could give his daughter over for kiddushin when she is a katana, when she is under the age of 12. Hello again, Tzadikim. We're going to take our understanding of the Mishnah to another level right now. We're going to discuss some key background terms and concepts. With those, we're going to go back to the Mishnah, and we'll have a much, much stronger, more comprehensive grasp of the Mishnah, and we'll understand much, much better how each case works. I'm going to ask you in advance for a little bit of patience. I'm a little new at this, and I don't fully understand how to have the audio and the slideshow working together. So I'm going to ask you for a little bit of patience with the transition from the PowerPoint just to the PowerPoint with the boxes the way it is now to a regular slideshow. Here we are. There are four background terms and concepts. One is Amira B'Kiddushin, one is Minoi Shlichus, one is Shlucho Shal Adam Kamoso, one is Kiddushay Nara. With these, as I mentioned before, we're going to understand the Mishnah a lot better. Amira B'Kiddushin, we've learned before. Amira B'Kiddushin is how an act of Kiddushin involves a statement of the man, that he's being Mekadesh. For example, when we learned the Mishnah on Daf Beis, the first Mishnah in Kiddushin, we discussed how when you're Mekadesh with Kesef, so the man says to the woman, Harei at Mikudeshes li b'Kesef zu, or since customarily a ring is used, as we learned, he says, Harei at Mikudeshes li b'Taba zu, you are Mikudesha to me with this ring. That's the statement of the man that is present in every act of Kiddushin. Okay. Another concept is minoi shlichus. We're learning in this Mishnah about a shliach, which, as you know, means a messenger. Now, in order for a messenger to be a valid messenger, it must be that there's a minoi shlichus, meaning an appointment of a messenger, meaning that this messenger was appointed by the one sending him to do his shlichus, to do his job that he's appointed for. This makes a lot of sense. So, for example, if I want, I can't just go and be Mekadesh a woman as a shliach for, let's call him Henry. That's a good way to mess over Henry's life if you think about it. The only way that I could be Mekadesh a woman for Henry is if previously Henry appoints me as a shliach if there's a minoi shlichus. If I don't have that minoi shlichus originally, then I can not act as a messenger to be Mekadesh a woman to Henry. Another term, which is sort of the overarching The principle which is behind this Mishnah is shlucho shel adam kamoso. The shliach of a person is like the person himself. When a shliach is appointed properly, then what a shliach does, it's as if the person himself is doing it. Another background term and concept is key only for the third case, and that's the concept of kiddushay nara. A nara, as I mentioned before, is a young woman between the age of 12 and 12 and a half, and by a nara, the halacha is that the father is in charge, has sort of ownership over her kiddushin rights. He's the one who will give the daughter over for kiddushin. He receives the kesef kiddushin. I showed you a Rashi that pointed out how this right of the father to give over the young woman, to give over the daughter, to receive the kesef himself, is certainly the case. Kol shekain, when the daughter is younger than 12, when the daughter is a katana. Okay, now let's go back and look at the Mishnah, the terms, the key to the three phrases in the Mishnah. First part, and again, what I have here is the text of the Mishnah itself, word for word. Hayish mekadesh bo v'shlucho. In such a case where a man, the Mishnah says, is mekadesh by himself or through his shliach, basically you have the following steps. The man appoints a shliach to give kesef. Again, I'm talking about kesef as an example. As we learned, the custom is to be mekadesh through kesef. So we have the midoi shlichus. The shliach goes to the woman, and the shliach has an amira, just like every kiddushin. You need an amira here. Here, though, the shliach is giving the kesef to the woman as a messenger of the man, and the shliach is making the statement to the woman, and he says, "You are mikudeshet to." We'll call him Ploni. Ploni is a way in Hebrew, in Talmudic Hebrew, of saying Mr. X, the man we're talking about. There's Ploni and Plonis, which we'll talk about later. Plonis is Miss X. So here, the Shaliach says, you are Mikudeshet to Ploni. You are Mikudeshet to this man who sent me with this kesef. He gives the kesef. That's all the steps that are involved in the first case. Second case, and again, word for word from the Mishnah. Haisha miskadeshes bo v'shlucha. A woman becomes mikudeshet by herself or through her shliach. Again, we in this discussion are not focusing on the bo and the bo. We're not focusing on the fact that the Mishnah says that the man himself, that the woman herself could do the kiddushin. We're focusing on the shlucho, uvishlucha here, how the shaliach could be involved in the kiddushin. Haisha miskadeshes bo v'shlucha. The woman appoints a shliach. The shliach goes to the man. The man will be speaking to the shliach of the woman. The man will be giving to the shliach of the woman. The man says to the shliach, says, Plonis. Plonis meaning Miss X, the one who sent you. Plonis is mikudeshes to me with this kesef, and then he gives the kesef to the shliach. Third case, Haish Mekadesh es bito kshinara bo v'shlucho. Man is Mekadesh his daughter when she is a nara, bo himself, or through a shliach. Again, let's talk about the shliach case. Here, it's a little more complicated than the other cases because we're not just dealing with a man, a woman, and a shliach. We're dealing with a man, a father of a young woman, and the young woman. And as we mentioned, the father is in control of the kiddushin of this young daughter. So the father appoints a shliach. The shliach goes to a man, and then the man, as the groom, says to this shliach, he says Plonis, meaning the daughter of Ploni. Ploni, the daughter of Ploni, is mekudeshes to me with this kesef. Right? He is speaking to the shliach. The shliach is the shliach of the father, and by speaking to the shliach of the father, he is mekadesh the daughter. So he says, Plonis is mekudeshet to me with this kesef.